Welcome back to JB Reviews. Today we're gonna go ahead and get the dually weighed because we want to see just how much heavier I made this truck with these bigger tires, level, spacers, all that good stuff. So I am gonna drop the trailer for actually we'll get a trailer weighed and then we're gonna get the truck weighed by itself, and then that way you guys will be able to see the difference of the numbers on the door. So I do have my father-in-law with me today. Say hi.
Hello.
So yeah, we're gonna basically get the truck and trailer weighed. So if you haven't watched my last videos, here are some of the numbers on the door. Axles are right there, and the gross vehicle weight rating is 14,000, and it shows actually the payload is 5,363 pounds, and it can tow up to 31,000 pounds. So yeah, so this truck does have pretty good payload, big tow numbers. Let's go ahead and get it weighed. And if you didn't watch the last video, I am actually taking note of the fuel economy too. So once we get back to my neck of the woods, we're gonna go ahead and top off so you guys can see the fuel economy. We went up a 6% grade for about 5 or 6 miles, and then we went back down it. We actually got the truck and trailer washed at Blue Beacon, special shout out. And now we're gonna go ahead and end the trip off at the house so you guys can see what real world fuel economy is. Let's go. So my truck was just saying that we should check the trailer right turn signal lamp. So all I want to do, there's a button right here. It says that over there. So let's do a trailer light check. Okay, so all we have to do is start light test. So the truck will pretty much do all the rest for us. So the lights are on right there. And out back, let's see where we are. Okay, so turn signal's right there. Okay, reverse lights work. Brake lights work. So it looks like we're good to go. All the lights are on.
Feature.
It is really cool, actually. You don't have to have someone do it with you. Now we know why these trucks are so expensive. They give you all these conveniences. You don't have to do anything anymore. You can tow your trailer in peace by yourself without any help.
That's
so
true.
It says right here, hopefully you guys can see this. This tells you what to do. But yeah, we're pretty much done. It looks like it cleared that.
When your wife leaves you because she's tired of RVing,
Yep.
you don't need anybody. You can be human free.
Exactly.
Just live out in the wilderness.
Yep, and keep on going. So no issues found. See this right here too? So it shows you that everything's good to go.
I like it. That's great.
Trailer brake is illuminated orange, so we're good. Let's go ahead and finish off the last leg of this trip, and you guys will see what the MPG is. So Mr. Hamlin, you and your family actually were full-time RVing cross country.
Yes.
So what were some things that happened along the way, whether it be positive or negative? Everyone wants to hear negative, so let's hear a negative story. What was something that just really ticked you off about full-time RVing, whether it be towing, an RV park, anything?
I would say one thing was getting to an RV park and you got the audience. They want you to mess up.
Oh, man.
They're hoping you make a big mistake or a small mistake. They're actually hoping that you and your wife have an argument for that.
That is so true.
So, and my wife's she's not even 4'10", 4'9.5". So she gets out and they're like, oh, they don't know what they're doing because we were kind of young. We looked young when we were doing it.
Yeah.
And you pull into most of these places, especially down south, the average person's pushing 70. But Okay, one example. We pull in an RV park, and the actual people at the desk bring a golf cart around and say, hey, you kind of want to loop in this way, and then they leave. When they leave, this guy comes out and says, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm backing in the way the lady at the desk told me I need. No, don't do that. Those people are freaking idiots. That's the way this guy said it, right? They don't know what they're talking about. You want to go back around the whole park, which was kind of stressful, you know, going all the way around the park, kind of tight, and come in this way. Wow. And it took me about 20 minutes to get around and get that thing parked. And then as soon as I got out and he walked away, two other guys walk over to me. And they're like, you know what that a-hole just made you do? I said, I don't know, but the parking was terrible. He said, yeah, he wanted you to miss his little satellite dish he has out here. He wanted to make sure you got nowhere near his dish. So he made your parking situation so much tougher than it had to be. Man, with those kind of people, you always got to look them in the eye and try to understand their motive. I didn't really study the situation. I didn't like the way I felt like he was trying to, you know, but no one was around. And he was like, don't do this or you're gonna, you know, you're not gonna ever get in here. And it was tight anyway, either way I went.
Yeah.
So,
no, that's good. That's actually, I bet you a lot of people can relate to that, because as soon as you get to a campground, especially if it's busy, if it's really busy and a lot of people are there and it's already outside, already got their first one popped, you know,
they're waiting for the next guy to come in.
Yeah, you have an audience, and that is the most stressful part about this towing, trailering, RVing. Is sometimes when you go to campgrounds, you might have an audience, and they may not have good intentions.
And I just was respectfully say, hey, we are fairly new, but we would like to do this on our own, or we're never going to learn it. And even if we weren't new, we would just, because I didn't want the guy to try to guide me back. And some of these old guys, you know, they're not alert anymore. I would rather have my young wife back there at 4'9" telling me, you know, guiding me back, because we didn't have any of the cameras and stuff. So she just guided me back. We used the hand signals. We never had any problems.
So you're right. So if you're about to go RVing for the first time, or maybe you're in a, actually this might be better for seasoned people, do not help people as soon as they get there. Let them try to do it themselves unless they come and ask you. That is really good. I hate,
let them work through it.
Right. I hate when people try to come help me. I'm like, I typically will get it in on the first to second try, typically. But I'm not one to try to act like I can do it without getting out. I will always walk the ground, right?
Yes.
Walk the ground, there you go. So I know you do that.
Yep.
And just make sure you have the right space. Make sure there's not something that, you know, you just didn't account for.
Oh, another one is to make sure you understand the layout. Where's the water? Where's the power?
Oh,
so many times I pulled in, I'm 28 feet from the power line. I can probably do it, but I don't want it stretched out all the way.
Exactly. No,
I don't want to have to trip over it and someone else trip over it.
I made that mistake so many times. I would go ahead and unhook, drop it, and then my slide is like not far enough from my slide.
Or your slide's going to hit the power pole. Just high enough that your 50 amp is going to hit your slide, and you're going to have to now.
Yeah, and that happened to us one time where the ground was so unlevel, and I had to use those leveling chalks. And it took me so long to figure out how to like get it perfect, because
those are tricky. I used the Anderson ones, and they were a little tricky.
Yeah, and if you don't get the trailer completely level, like it doesn't have to be leveled, but it has to be within a certain parameter, because if you have auto leveling, it will not auto level if it's too, you know, tilted, so it won't lift that trailer up. So you have to get it almost within a certain range. I don't know what it is, but and then I had to undo I had to, you know, move the trailer again because I'm too close to the power, and now I have to do all what I had to do.
Yeah, you put your ladder up.
Yeah.
You're just setting yourself back 40. So in my case, it'd be 45 minutes. Cause my fifth wheel was more manual, more intensive than Justin's.
Yeah.
So it was a little more of a challenge.
Yeah, and so then at that point you're going out to eat that night.
Yep. There ain't nobody making dinner.
Oh, and one of the biggest mistakes we've always made is getting to campgrounds at nighttime. The worst mistake in the world. I won't do that anymore. I will literally stay at a gas station, because we've done that 2 or 3 times where we go to a campsite and we don't know if it's ours or it's just too dark, we can't see. Especially when we were traveling, you know, full time. It was, yeah, we've had a lot of bad experiences. So yeah,
I pulled into one in Colorado. It was a state park. And get up to this site, and I think it's ours. Pull in. It was getting, actually we got in a little late that day. It was anyway, we got pulled in, got settled in, and I just had this weird feeling. It was a busy area, right? And about midnight, someone pulls up. We're about to fall asleep. And he just keeps his headlights right on my 5th wheel. Like, I look out my window, I kind of...
He did a
I know, he knows I got his spot. But his wife's in there telling him. Laura's like, yeah, Laura's like, what are we going to do? I'm like, nothing. We're not going to do anything. And you know his wife saying, honey, we don't know if that, maybe the park messed up. Because after 5 there was nobody there. So they sit there for 5 minutes. And that guy wanted to knock on my wing door. You got my spot. And then they finally drove off.
That's funny.
I was like, she said, what are you gonna do? I said, we're leaving at 7 a.m. We're gonna get out of this spot. Well, the one I thought might have been ours was so tight and so bad. I was like, nope, we're gonna take this one. You know, because they had they had color-coded cards, but they didn't have anybody's name on them.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Yeah, nobody's coming tonight.
Yep.
We're already here so late.
Like, nobody comes before 8, we're good.
Of course they're coming, because it's you, right?
Yep.
So good.
So I took some risk, and that one, I felt a little guilty, but nope, it's midnight. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
30. 60. Quarter mile.
Here's the first cat scale sticker with the dually. Now, I did not get the truck weighed with my father-in-law. I only got it weighed with just myself. And here are the numbers. So that front steer axle is 5,080 pounds. Be sure to remember this when I show you the second cat scale weigh-in. The drive axle is at 4,000 pounds. So the total gross vehicle weight of this truck with me inside is 9,080 pounds. Now, if you take myself out of the equation, figure 200 pounds. With just my truck with the upfit that I've done, it's now losing about 243 pounds of payload. Now, I think they do add 150 pounds to the driver's seat when they do the payload numbers, I think. Every manufacturer's a little different with that. But just note here, 5,363 pounds was the payload on the door. And this is with me in the truck. Now, my wife, my kids were not there. My generator, I normally put that in the back of the truck, and a few other things I normally put in the truck too. That would obviously reduce my payload as well, so you have to keep that in mind. So as far as this number goes, remember this number for the next sheet. So normally when you add weight, and I'm talking in terms of a fifth wheel to the truck, the pin weight normally takes weight off of the steer axle. On this dually, it puts more weight on the front. Not much, but 20 pounds worth, which is really cool. I've seen it decrease by 80 to 100 pounds on single rear wheel trucks. Maybe in the future, if I have a chance, I'll weigh another dually to see if that's the case with these trucks. Now, that steer axle, 5,100 pounds. If you guys remember, you can go back and look at what it was rated for, but the rear axle on these trucks is class leading, 10,400 pounds. Now, if you're looking to buy a Ram truck, remember they have an axle rating for the single rear wheels at 6,040 with the diesel. My trailer puts you over that, and of course it's going to put you over the gross vehicle weight rating. Now, the trailer's at 10,140, and then gross combined weight rating is 21,500. So here's the numbers. Gross vehicle weight of the truck with my trailer is 11,360. So I have a ton of payload left over with the trailer hooked up. Pin weight is 2,280, which is kind of low. And I did take a few more things out of the trailer. So gross trailer weight now is 12,420. So that's why I like dualies. I mean, don't get me wrong. You know, even with my upfit, running big tires, spacers, level, adding the bed cover. I think the running boards that I added to the truck are a little bit heavier too. I still have great payload capacity for this truck. But let's go ahead and see what the fuel economy numbers are, and we'll pretty much wrap up the video. We just made it back to the fuel station, so we're gonna go ahead and top off. Man, we're a little bit under 3/4 full, so yeah, we burned some gas today, or diesel. So let's go see what the damage is. So far 13.292. There it is, almost 15 gallons. Oh, spilled out a little bit. Should have known better. Believe it or not, we drove 103 miles today. 103. So do 103 divided into 14.93. So 6.89 is what we got for fuel economy. And yeah, this says 7. So that's not bad. 6.89, that was going up a steep grade. We'd stopped two or three times. We let it idle a few times too because I had to get the truck washed and we got it weighed. So yeah, we
had a lot of idle time.
Yeah, so that's not bad actually. So there you go. 37s will probably affect your fuel economy by, like, I would say about 1.5 to 2 MPG. So if you stick with the standard tires, you can probably get 2 miles per gallon better, in my opinion. Because I think on the same trip I would have got that with the truck stock. Yeah. But I like the way it looks, so we're going to keep running with the 37s.
It does look good.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel like I need to get on a ladder, but it looks good.
Yep. But hey guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Thank you so much for the videos today. And tagging along. Hope you guys like it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. See you soon.